And what's going on, replay viewers? Let's see who tunes on in. I see Travis Weeks in South Africa as the first one in the room, and People 3687, welcome. Good to see Carol 813 and GM Chris, good afternoon. Good to see you, Lee John, and Ronnie C, welcome. Spotted Cow, welcome on in, and Robert the Headler, good to see you. Good to see you, Din Din, down there in Trinidad, and Big Tony, welcome on in. Good to see you, Doug Teeney, and Hugh W, welcome. Good to see Alfred Hinkle and Perfectly Candid, welcome. Yeah, let's go. Beautiful day in Harlem. Beautiful day here in New York City. Yes, indeed. Good to see you, Alfred Hinkle. And Nicole, welcome. Good to see everybody, people. We're just going to head around Bay Ridge today, Robert the Headler. No real plan today. Good to see you there, Mrs. Metalhead Warrior. Good to see you, Daisy Days, welcome. And Brenda Nelson, welcome on in. Good to see you, Jolie, welcome. And Sabine Nagler, welcome. Batting right about on average here. 54 people watching, only 19 likes. I am not going to move from this bench until we get to at 60 likes. 60 likes and we'll get moving here. We'll check out the sunset. We'll walk along the waterfront as we lose the sky, as we lose the sun. And we're just going to enjoy Bay Ridge today. Can't go too far from my house. Taking care of my dad this weekend, so... Yeah, no hangover, Perfectly Candid. No, I ate just the right amount of chips. Actually woke up at 8:30 in the morning, so I was on about, what was it there, 3 hours of sleep? So, haven't slept much. Did take a nap after I did some things for my dad in the morning, and yeah, hanging on in there. Good to see you, Sally Skipico. Welcome. 62 people watching. We're still batting at 50%. Big shout out to all the Discord server people, all the stenographers on the live and on the replay. Welcome on in, guys. And I did eat the whole bag of chips. It was only half. It was mostly air, for God's sake. That bag of chips. It was mostly air. But yes, some sun will help. Yes, indeed, some sun will help. I was out early this morning, but then I came home and went back to bed. But we're gonna see a nice sunset, I think, today. I think we have a nice sunset coming up. Waiting for 60 likes and then we'll get moving here. Yeah, with the big thaw, Chris Brown. The big thaw is happening. Good to see you, Jay Chulo. Welcome. Good to see you, Jay. Welcome on in. Good to see everybody, people. Welcome on into the show. Keeping it chill today. Good to see you, Phyllis. Welcome. Good to see everybody, people. Yes, the big thaw is underway. Good to see you, Leaf Nation. Welcome. Hit that like button. I appreciate that. Good to see you, Myrna Bergen. Welcome. My dad's, he doesn't have to have a recovery. I just got to make sure he's all right. My mom went traveling down to Florida this weekend, so I'm just looking over my father, make sure he's just not alone. Because my sister's with my mom as well, so there's nobody nearby. So, but.
Happy Saturday to my fellow Jamaican emoji, smiley face emoji.
You got it, brethren. You got it. And the Bailey with a £10 super chat. The Bailey, thank you so much for a very generous £10 super chat. Thank you so much for joining the £10 club. Much appreciated with a big £10 super chat. Trying to do that all in my fake Jamaican accent. Good to see you, Deb. I appreciate your £10. Thanks for getting some green on the board. Good to see you there, Strawberry Fields. Welcome. Good to see everybody, people. Appreciate everyone joining us today. Well, when you were last with us, we were doing emoji talk only. We did do 2 live streams yesterday, and everything was back to normal. But we're waiting for 60. Well, now we're up to 94 here, so 65 likes. We'll get moving around here. Good to see you, Theory Mary. Welcome, C'est la vie. I have been adopted. Yes, the Bailey has adopted me as a fellow Caribbean native out there in Jamaica. Good to see you, Strawberry. Good to see you, CB Earth Day. Yes, indeed, including the lovely Jamaican lady. That's right, Strawberry. Good to see everybody, people. Once we get to 65 likes, we'll go out down to the waterfront, check out the sunset, and then I think we're just gonna do a big loop around Bay Ridge today, because I can't get too far away from the house. So I gotta make sure I'm close by. So a classic live stream here in Bay Ridge once again. Nothing too crazy. Tomorrow we'll see the polar bears. It's freakishly warm out here. What does my temperature bug say? It says it's... Does that really say 50 degrees? Holy shit, 50 degrees. That's right, hit that like button, people. Come on, 10 more likes to go. We'll get moving here. We'll probably do around 13,000 steps today, give or take. And yeah, good to see everybody. Welcome. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday. Making the best of it as always. Good to see you, James Singby. Can we go look for the leprechaun? I think I know where a leprechaun is, Din Din. We might see that, actually. We might see that today, so stay tuned. Good to see you, James Singby. Welcome. Good to see everybody, people. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday. 5 more likes to go and we'll get moving here. It's Cloud Strife. Good to see you. Brendan Nelson. Oh, no. Did I do the wrong title? I know the wrong title just ruins the whole stream. Hold on. Let me fix the title. Sorry about that, guys. I am so sorry about having the wrong title. I know that the title is very important to people. And having the wrong title ruins the whole stream. So there we go. I fixed it. I know that it's very important for everybody to have a correct title. So I'm sorry about that, Brendan Nelson. I'm so sorry about that. It is the 28th and it has been updated. Good to see you, Muriel. Welcome. Good to see everybody, people. The date is fixed, everyone. The date is fixed. No, it's not okay, Mrs. Metalhead. Having the proper title and date in the title is very important to a lot of people. So we have to make sure that that the date is correct. That's true. I should do it on purpose to see if people are paying attention. That is true. I do want to draw more people. Of course, that was fast. Yeah, I'm a professional live streamer. All right, 67 likes. Let's get moving here. Let's do 13,000 steps. Good to see everybody. Welcome. Good to see everybody. Yes, it's for reference purposes. Yeah, no, Brenda, I know. I'm sorry about the date, Brenda. I'm sorry about the date. I know it throws up the stream completely. Good to see you, Michelle King. Welcome. The date has been corrected. I've been just doing everything wrong lately, so. My dad's okay. I'm just looking after him. My dad's not ill or hurt or anything like that. We don't want my father alone in the house. You know, we don't want you. I don't need to be 6 miles away from the house with my dad alone. So we got to just make sure my dad is good. And Anonymous tipped $5. Thank you so much, Anonymous, for tipping $5. Thank you so much for joining today's $5 club. Much appreciated with a big $5 PayPal there. Good to see you, Neil. Welcome. Yeah, I'm dad sitting. But Robert, appreciate the $5. Much appreciate it. Good to see you there, Mr. Metalhead. Welcome on in. Yeah, I know, Eugene. That's the thing that people like to do. They'll play old videos. Did they have it on a loop? Damn phone. It's all good. You're here now. Welcome on in. Hope you all are doing well. Hope you guys are doing well. It's a classic live stream. We're going to do the old routes today. Find ourselves going, I guess, south along Fort Hamilton Parkway. And found proof. Nice. So they checked the bus stop? That's funny. So it was a looped video. That's how people farm views. They'll just play an old video and then loop the shit. And then say, hey, it's today. I don't know. Yeah, don't promote any channels that farm views like that, please. No need to mention other channels like that. It makes live streaming for me so much harder when people do such stuff. I'm trying to be legit, Leaf Nation. I'm trying to be legit, doing my best. No Fugazi video loops here. They're finally fixing this. Wow, they've been wanting to fix this for a while here. This is the infamous spaghetti interchange here at the Verizon on Narrows Bridge, and Evidently, it's been falling apart the last 5-6 years. Now they're now fixing it. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed this morning's stream. Good to see H. Flores. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Hope you and Ozzy are doing well. We'll be back in Coney Island tomorrow for the polar bear swim. And I've got to come back to Bay Ridge for one more night. Hopefully one more night. And then yeah, Mom comes home on Monday. And then I got to go pick up Mom from the airport. So, good to see you, Ronster. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Love seeing construction renovation. Yeah, no, it had to be done. There was supposedly chunks of concrete falling from up here. Kind of crazy. I'm trying, H. Flores. I'm trying. I'm doing my best. Freakishly warm out here, though. I had to ditch the Arctic layer from my jacket, so I'm just wearing the outer shell. So it's nice out here. Yeah, it's not easy being a caretaker, no. Graham Silver, good to see you. Hopefully we'll do our regular 10 o'clock show Monday night. We'll get back to the show. Good to see you, Julie BOG. Welcome. Yeah, if you want to talk about that, Mr. Metalhead. Yeah, if you want to talk about that, I guess that's fine. Good to see you, Deborah. Welcome. Good to see you, Trish Mack. Good to see you, Lisa UK girl. Welcome. No, the polar bear swim happens every week, and the polar bears did swim in last week's storm. Well, last week wasn't really a storm. It was, what, 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago? The polar bears never missed a swim this season. They always go out, Brenda. Check out the replay. Good to see you, Nina. Welcome. Looks like a nice sunset shaping up. No clouds in the sky. Is it dangerous under these roads at night? Not really. No, we've live streamed here many, many times, Lisa. Yeah, our deepest condolences to the metalheads on losing Jax. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to the metalheads. We're thinking about the metalheads. We're thinking about Kaz Cat. Thinking about a lot of people this week. Appreciate that, Nina. Thank you. I won't get drunk and passed out. And you, I didn't ask you who you watched. I don't know why you told me who you watched. And please never mention that live streaming you mentioned in the comments ever again. Yeah, don't be instrumental, please. We may get some more snow. Yes, we're in Bay Ridge, Deborah. I gotta stay close to my dad today. Yeah, we're in Bay Ridge. This is, the locals call it Cannonball Park. And of course there's the Verizon Bridge, a defining feature of Bay Ridge. Everything's good, everything's good. Just making sure my dad's not alone. There is a ferry to Bay Ridge up at 69th Street. We hit 100 likes. Thank you so much, Julie. My dad's doing great. I'm just watching over him, make sure he's not alone while my mom travels. Yeah, we're by the Verizon, Daniel. Right there. The two people sitting on the bench? I don't know. Yeah, it's nice over here, perfectly candid. It's nice. All right, 4th Avenue. Here's the Cannonball, or the cannon for Cannonball Park. John Paul Jones Park is the official name, but all of us locals call this Cannonball Park. And here is the old cannon. This actually used to be on the other side of the park before the 1920s. This cannon's originally from Fort Pitt, Pennsylvania. It was built in 1864, and it was never, I think it was never used, if I'm not mistaken. Mrs. Metalhead.
Dutch, thank you for friendship and support. Jax loved you.
You're more than welcome, Mrs. Metalhead. Mrs. Metalhead, you did not have to do that. My deepest condolences to you and Mr. Metalhead. And yeah, I've been definitely thinking about y'all the last few nights, but thank you so much for the very generous $20 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $20 club. Much, much, much appreciated with a big $20 super chat. You did not have to do that. You are more than welcome. And again, I'm so sorry for your loss. I know it's not easy. I know it's not easy. And I appreciate you.
In honor of Jax.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing. Deborah, you did not have to do that. And Deborah with a $10 super chat. Deborah, thank you so much for the very generous and kind $10 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $10 super chat club. Much appreciated with a big $10 super chat. Brendan Nelson can see the Verizon Bridge from Veriton Bay in Keyport. It's awesome. You guys did not have to do that, guys. Thank you. Yeah, Jax needed to be on stream a little more. Jax needed to be on stream a little more. We caught Jax once on the Coney Island Boardwalk. Was that a year ago already? That was like a year ago. Out in Old Coney. As we cross 4th Avenue. His favorite beach, yeah. Coney Island. We'll be on the beach tomorrow. Wait, that's new. My first time seeing that. We have one of those. Oh my God.
In honor of Jax.
Oh my goodness. Kim Jensing, you did not have to do that. Kim Jensing. Bloody hell. Kim Jensing with an extreme. I'm gonna cry right now. Kim Jensing, thank you so much. Oh my God. In honor of Jax with an extremely generous $100 super chat. Incredible generosity indeed. Kim, you have really been so gracious over the last few months. You really did not have to do that, Kim. So I really do appreciate it. Kim Jensing, with an extremely generous $100 super chat. Thank you so much for today's $100 club. Much appreciated. With a big $100 super chat. Bloody hell. We get to take away the bar now. So the stream goes bar free now. So the bar comes off. Let's shut off the bar. I think we did it. Kim Jensen, you have been so kind and so giving. I really do appreciate it, Kim. Thank you so much for an extremely generous $100 super chat. Wow. We outside, Sophia. Good to see you, Sophia. Good to see you, Junior. Karen J. McLean. Good to see you. Absolutely, Strawberry. Absolutely. I really do. I was not expecting all this already, so thank you guys so much. We got to get some steps in now, all right, guys? We got to get some steps in. We haven't done a classic sunset like this here in Bay Ridge in a while. So this is gonna be fun. We'll walk along the bike path here, and you know what? I guess we'll walk all the way up to the ferry terminal, to 69th Street Pier. Good to see you, Cynthia. It is a beautiful day. It really is. Everything's melting. Oh, wasn't that cool there? Perfectly Candid? Yeah. Yeah, the way New York City came together, it's pretty cool. Wow, look at that. Got people fishing out here. We saw some people sledding. Oh my goodness. What do you say there, Karen? Oh my goodness. I was just in the middle of reading that in the move. Oh my God. Yes, indeed. And we're thinking of Kaz as well. Oh, Kim. Kim, my deepest condolences, Kim. I know when we lose our furry ones, if you will, it's a tough loss. So, oh, Kim, I'm thinking about you, Kim. Yes, indeed, Robojax. Robojax, good to see you. KJ2, welcome. Good to see you, Cynthia. Good to see everybody, people. If I missed you, welcome on into the show. Oh, thank you so much, Mrs. Metalhead. Thank you so much. Yeah, it has been a tough year. It's been like the longest 2 months. This has been a long year already. We're only 2 months into it. There's a lot going on. Hey, want to get some screenshots? Let's get some screenshots. Let's get some screenshots. There we go. Let's get no people in the shot, just all visuals. I know, Cynthia, yeah. There's a lot going on in the world right now, so. Lisa, when we come around the ridge of Bay Ridge, then you can see the Statue of Liberty. Well, it was the streamer, It was the streamer. I don't very much take kindly to that streamer who you mentioned, because basically he only restreams other people, and yeah, I could care less about that whole that version of IP2, if you will, which I don't like. Yeah, Robert, we're not going to talk about that, Robert. We're not going to talk. I actually fell asleep to that news last night. So for full disclosure, I fell asleep to that news last night. So I do keep, just to let everybody know before we move on, I keep up with the news very closely. So I do know what's going on. And again, it's another reason why I just like to focus on what we're enjoying here in real life. And I don't like to dwell on kind of topics like that where you could easily find somebody else and talk about it there. So, yeah, exactly. We come here to escape breaking news like that, and it's terrible what's going on. So we're going to focus on the scene. And huh? Thank you, man. My wife got it for me. A good one, man. He likes my hat, that guy. You hear that, my love? He really loves my hat. Thank you for getting me this hat, my love. Hey! Hey, guys, look at this. We got the sunset happening right here. And here it is, guys. Here it is. Here's the Saturday Night Fever bench. Right there. John Travolta, Karen Lynn Gorney, Tony and Stephanie, and all the Brooklyn Dreamers. This was donated by Mr. Caves of the Lords of Brooklyn. Here it is, right here. And let's recreate the shot. Let's recreate the shot. The shot is right here. And this tree is in the shot. So this tree is in the shot. But there you go. Saturday Night Fever, everybody. One of my top favorite movies, too. Are we going to the beach? Tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be in Coney Island. Tomorrow we'll be out for the polar bear swim. Yeah, beautiful golden light, right? It's a very famous tree. It's actually a lot thinner and smaller in the movie. They filmed that movie back in, what, 1976? 1977? It's reality. Good to see you. Yes, indeed, Cynthia. The Duchess's theme song. That's the Duchess's theme song. I know that film is 50 years old now. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? Aw, Cynthia, that's awesome. She loves that song. Nice. Good to see you, Russell. Russell, we'll be doing our official weather show. Well, our 10 o'clock show. We'll be doing that on hopefully Monday night. Hopefully everything goes well with my mom coming back up to New York, and then I'll be back at the homestead in Coney, and we could do our show. I was actually trying to set up my old Macintosh. My Macintosh is at my parents' house, and I was trying to set it up last night, but I haven't turned on that thing in like the better part of 2 years. So needless to say, the computer is not happy with me, and I will bring it back to life though. I am going to revive it because it's a really expensive Mac, even though it's really old, but it's a very overly built machine. But I tried to use it last night, and yeah, wasn't in the cards. Haven't turned on that thing in over 2 years. Probably, no, actually 3 years. Actually 3 years. So I want to get that machine up and running because it has the the last full version of Photoshop on a disc. So, and I do have a backup drive with all of my programs on there, so I could boot it from the external drive and then get it. It's gonna take some time. Good to see you, Colleen. Welcome. I have, as well, I also have on that computer a Final Cut Pro. So, I know that if I could get editing again on that Macintosh, I could do like really fast edits. You love the waterfront, Brenda? Me too. Look at that. I miss this. This is what I miss, like just stumbling out of my house. Like, granted, I have a literal beach, not even 1,000 feet from my back door in Coney, but it's just nice coming down here to the waterfront and get this nice walk here. What's also nice is that I could walk around here at night. You can't really do that in Coney. A lot of suspicious eyes, you know, living in a gated community, you have a lot of suspicious people looking at you when you walk the neighborhood, especially late at night. So, and plus I can't live stream in Seagate anyway, so. Oh, awesome, you. Thanks for letting us know. Congratulations. As we walk along the westernmost tip of Brooklyn, right across the way, of course, Staten Island. And it's just a nice walk. And I can't get over how warm it is out here. Holy cow, if I was able to dig my bike out of the freaking shed, I would be on the bike today. Today must be a great day to ride a bike, man. I hope e-bike Mike got a ride in. This is nice. Yes, indeed, Karen. Karen, that's an understatement, Karen. The only thing that sucks about riding on these kind of days is that all the salt and everything still on the road. It destroys the chain and everything. But you wash it off, it's fine. You're more than welcome, Cynthia. You're more than welcome. But yeah, last night we had a classic conversation piece yesterday, so that was fun. That was fun. Oh yeah, this is, look at that guy. That guy's whipping on his bike. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Colleen, up there in Cyprus. Good to see you, Colleen. Hope you're doing well. Did you enjoy last night's show? One of the Discord servers said I was too preachy. I was too preachy, evidently, last night. Which, to a certain extent, I agree. To a certain extent, I agree. I'm glad you guys enjoyed this morning's show. Technically, we ended this morning at, what was that, 1 o'clock? So, Carol Woods, good to see you. I appreciate that, Cynthia. Thank you. Look at that. It's that classic sunset today. Wow. It's beautiful out here. You like that format a lot? Yeah, Strawberry. Strawberry, it's like it's like talk radio, you know? It's like talk radio. That's how I see it. I appreciate that, Perfectly Candid. Thank you. My God, 90 degrees in San Diego? What the hell? Robert, turn up the AC, man. But buon notte, Adolfo, buon notte. I know, Cynthia, classic talking to the camera. A classic talking to the camera. Haters gonna hate, that's right. It's all good, Karen. I'm happy you're able to catch up. It's the magic of being spontaneous. Grew up falling asleep to radio. Yeah, it feels very comforter. Yeah. I know, 90 degrees. It's like, that's too hot, man. I'll take 70 or maybe 60 degrees right. I'll take 60 degrees right now. I'll be very happy. No, always, Cynthia, always. Cynthia, I can't do anything right, Cynthia. no matter what I do, Cynthia. People got to throw shade, which is fine. Which is fine. I don't care. It's, you know, as a content creator, you know, you put yourself up for criticism and ridicule, which is fine. Some of the criticism I find actually quite enjoyable because I learn stuff. I learn to do different approaches. And once again, after the show, you know what I've been watching? Ladies and gentlemen, I have a problem. You probably know this, ladies and gentlemen. I do have a problem. A very bad problem. An addiction, if you will, of watching old television. And I have been mainlining nothing but vintage Tom Schneider episodes, whether it be Tomorrow on NBC or the Late Late Show on CBS. And I saw, ladies and gentlemen, you gotta watch this interview. I know, exactly. The more popular I get, the more shade's gonna be thrown. I'm ready for it. Listen, I need more shade. It's summer's coming. I need more shade. Summer is coming. I need more shade. I need to shield myself from the hot sun. I need more shade, please. Let's get to 100,000 subscribers. I know, it means I'm doing something right. My bumper! My bumper! My bumper! Anyway. Woo, yeah, 63, 65, hells yeah. Canadian Air, that feels nice. Good to see you there, Walks in Camera, welcome. Everyone follow Walks in Camera. Walks in Camera, fantastic videographer from Croydon in the London area. Check out his beautiful nature walks, highly recommended. Great videos to meditate and relax to, very well produced. I enjoyed them immensely. Everyone check out Walks in Camera. So guys, there is a great episode of The Late Late Show with Tom Schneider where he interviews the great, the legend, the prophet, if you will, George Carlin. It has to be one of the greatest interviews I've ever seen, and I know I probably watched it when it first aired, but I haven't seen it in a very long time. It was such a great conversation. It was such a great discussion. And you don't get TV like that anymore. So yeah, that was a bumper. Your fog quotient is dangerously low. Here in Bay Ridge, we had a lot of fog. This morning, it was a foggy morning here in Bay Ridge. So your future is so bright. Hells yeah, Brenda. Hells yeah. Yeah, we woke up to fog today here in Bay Ridge. Oh my God, Tom Schneider did rock. Great conversation. It was just a very. It was just a really great conversation where they talked about George Carlin's kind of history on where he got to where he is, and you gotta watch it. It's great. Good to see you, RJ, up there in Colorado. Welcome. Last night was loads of memories. Awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I still have 2 beers in the fridge. We could possibly do it again tonight. Let's see. Yeah, D. Schneider did rock too, absolutely. Yeah, Lewis Black is great. I got to see Lewis Black perform live, Brenda. I got to see Lewis Black perform live. Actually, I also got to see Lewis Black on an episode of The Daily Show. Good to see you, Nebul. Bonsoir, bienvenue, Nebul. Nebul, you going to be on tomorrow morning? Everyone follow Nebul. Fantastic content creator. Live streamer from the south of France. See what it's like on the Bay of Saint-Tropez with Nebul. Yeah, Nebul, you going to be on? You going to be on tomorrow morning? Nebul usually comes on 11 o'clock in the morning Eastern time on Sundays. Sunday mornings with Nebul. And look at that, it's an out of sight for Sore Eyes, the NYC ferry. Okay, you're traveling for almost a month. Okay, safe travels, Nebul. Safe travels, my friend. So everyone check out his replays. He did a great parade last week. So that was one of his big breakout specials, Neil. That was one of his big breakout specials. I ended up watching last night Jamming in New York. So that was a lot of fun. And then that led me into what I fell asleep to early this morning, which was an interview, George Carlin with oh my God, what's his name? Dick Cavett. Dick Cavett. Good to see you, MS. Welcome. Good to see you, Lopez. Welcome. I know, right? Makes you want to go to the beach, right? Yeah. I know, right? Right, Leaf Nation? I'm telling you, George Carlin was like a prophet. A lot of, and you know what? I realized, now I learned something about George Carlin early this morning, which is that he doesn't do topical comedy. He does kind of a generalized format. And what's nice about that is that it really doesn't have any expiration date, and it could be applied to the now, to the today. And I'm telling you, he was a prophet. He knew he was a true wordsmith, and definitely an inspiration behind these live streams. So, but he said that like topical comedy, you know, it has a very short shelf life. So that's why he has to do his, you know, his monologues, which he spends, by the way, months doing. Or he did used to spend months doing. So it makes a lot of sense how, you know, how relevant George Carlin still is, even today. Okay, we're passing 92nd Street. This footbridge that we're passing, this is 92nd Street footbridge. There's that sun getting lower in the sky. Yeah, an amazing, amazing artist. Yes, indeed. He seemed upset all the time. That's part of the act, Lisa. That's part of the act, if you couldn't figure it out. That is the act. Oh my God, yes. Yeah, visionaries tend to be upsetting. Exactly. That's a good way of putting it, Perfectly Ken. That's a good way of putting it. I can't get over how warm it is. Jesus Christ, so warm out. I got like my one layer on and I'm sweating. If I was on a bike, I'd probably break out into a t-shirt. No. That's a very Roblox kind of viewpoint of George Carlin. Great music fan, you're more than welcome. Glad you enjoyed it. As we walk up the Shore Parkway here, Shore Parkway Promenade. Exactly, Brenda. Exactly. I mean, I guess when I get into a comedic kind of thing, I do the angry act too. So now I just deal in sarcasm. Oh, Cheech and Chong are great. They got a couple of great albums. Just like George Carlin. That's a fun walk. This is nice. I can't get over how warm it is. And Great Music Fan with a $5 super chat. Great Music Fan, thank you so much for the big $5 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $5 club. Much, much, much appreciated. With a big $5 super chat. Much appreciated, Great Music Fan. Thank you. Appreciate your continued support of the channel. Everybody's support, all the likes on the video. Amazing. Yeah, I've seen Jimmy Walker I've seen some Jimmy Walker comedy. It's pretty good. Yes, indeed, Brenda. Yes, indeed. Good to see you, Jenna. Welcome on in. Look at that sunset. Right there. We got our sunset happening. Did I like Jimmy Walker? Of course. I like a lot of comedians. But as of late, I've been listening to a lot of George Carlin. And also watching old episodes of Tom Schneider, how he did interviews and how he paced his show. So it's always nice. Annette, good to see you, Annette. Welcome on in. So now straight ahead of us, way off in the distance, the Jersey City, New Jersey skyline is coming into view. And as we come around the ridge, Lower Manhattan will come into view as well. Yeah, no, Carlin, you know why Carlin was relevant? Because he wasn't topical. When you look at Carlin's comedy, it's not kind of topical. It's kind of like it's kind of like a baseline. You know, he throws out topical people, but he keeps like a baseline on generalities. And this is why George Carlin is still relevant to this day. No, exactly, more so ever now. I'm starting to get that cynical view where it's like, you know, I don't care anymore. Because once you remove yourself from caring, then that opens up this whole kind of angle that you could view life on. So I'm starting to get it more and more as well as this live stream journey and this channel continues to grow. Robin Williams, another great. He always called out the BS. I like it when people, you know what's funny, great music fan? I love it when political people, political talking heads attempt to use George Carlin, and it's like, no. No. It's always funny. It's always funny when I see this shit, because then like people roast them in the comments. And it's like, no. Do you hear what George Carlin's saying? Why did you edit out that one sentence? And what's crazy is that I've seen all of George Carlin's HBO specials, right? I'm starting to learn. I was watching Jamming in New York this morning. I'm starting to memorize them, which is scary. That's true, Perfectly Candid. Louis Anderson, another great comedian. Yeah, both sides fail. That's the thing. Great music. You nailed it. Yes, both sides fail tremendously. But yes, indeed, Robin Williams, gone too soon. The late night shows aren't what they used to be. They're not the same. But we won't go down that rabbit hole right now. Nice, Karen. You met Louis Anderson there, Michelle? Nice. That's cool. Johnny Carson was the best. That's why he was on for so long. A lot of comedians said that Richard Pryor was the best. Richard Pryor was one of the best. I did not like Leno. I was never a Leno fan. And that mainly because of what happened in 1993. What happened in 93, Leno, it was Leno, have you ever seen the documentary, not the documentary, have you ever seen the movie The Late Shift? I've read the book, The Late Shift. And that goes into a lot more detail than the movie. But what Leno did was just another example of kind of corporate culture. And Jay Leno, the comedian Jay Leno. Mind you, Jay Leno's comedy act in the 70s was one of the best. But what Jay Leno did to David Letterman and then subsequently to Conan O'Brien, it's just that's a byproduct of this whole corporate kind of structure where everything is vanilla, everything is, we're all happy. And yeah, no, Jay Leno's way better as a car guy. Absolutely. I'm a big Conan fan. I grew up with Conan. Good to see a viewfinder. Welcome. I grew up with Conan. I've probably been to over probably 200 tapings of Conan O'Brien. I used to go to Conan O'Brien like almost every month. Exactly, perfectly candid. Yeah, Letterman was an acquired taste. And you felt that corporate culture seep into Letterman the last few years of his late show tenure. But Conan always stayed true to his style. And, Conan is great. Conan O'Brien's still very relevant to this day. And, now we live in a day and age where people like me could have the same kind of pull as somebody with a late night show, because nobody's watching television anymore. And especially the way late night has gone, it's so political that you're literally alienating half the audience, and that's not good. Really, you got to see Colbert on your 52-hour visit to New York? Nice. You never found Letterman funny. Like I said, Letterman was an acquired taste. You either loved him or you hated him. Yeah, Conan hosting the Oscars is going to be... he's going to attempt to bring some kind of comedy to a very stale kind of format. But I haven't watched the Oscars in years, even when Conan was hosting. Good to see you, Diana Lee. Welcome. Arjan, I'm doing great. So, here's the deal, Karen. The theater is not necessarily like outright landmarked, but it is like considered like a very important architectural footnote in a 1920s vaudeville theater architecture. And they're going to keep it. It's going to remain a theater. It's just what occupies it. What's gonna fill up that theater? What kind of show is gonna fill up that theater? That's the big question. Diana Lee. Good to see you, Diana Lee. Welcome. Oh, that was a great clip there, RJ. When Cher called him an asshole, that was great. That was great TV. You know what's going to happen? I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, Strawberry. I'm going to tell you what's I'm going to tell you what's going to happen with Colbert. What's going to happen is that Colbert is going to become way more relevant and way more popular once he removes himself from CBS. And just like Conan O'Brien, he's going to be a part of the whole internet culture, and he's going to really begin to put out some stuff that's very thought-provoking, very intelligent. Again, it's going to be, the communication's going to be lost on half of the populace here in the United States. But he's definitely going to like blow up. It's going to be incredible. I'm actually looking forward to it. Colbert Report was a lot more intellectually stimulating than The Late Show. You never know, Karen. You never know. As that sun gets lower in the sky, Greg Ferguson was great. Greg Ferguson was fantastic. That's another one who became more relevant after the fact. But you know, like the eras, when it comes to media, you know, the eras of media they're evolving quick. They come and go fast. So, you know, NYC Vibes Photography, welcome. And Douglas Fatiglia, member, re-upping his membership or became a member of Dutch Miles Plus. Thank you so much there, Douglas, for having faith in me as a content creator. Thank you so much for becoming part of the family. Thank you so much for becoming one of us. One of us. Gooba gaba, gooba gaba, one of us. One of us, Douglas. Please use those custom emojis in good health. How old am I? I knew Jimmy Durante. What? Yes. You've been thinking about that for days. Mrs. Pat, welcome on into the show. So Miss Pat, I'm fairly young. When you talk about people like Jimmy Durante, that's here we go again. And Nebul, member of the channel for the last 34 months. Thank you so much there, Nebul, for having faith in me as a content creator for the last 34 months. Thank you so much for being one of us. One of us. Gooba gaba, gooba gaba, one of us. One of us, Nebul, one of us. We just passed 79th Street footbridge, and now we can see Manhattan skyline off in the distance. So, Mrs. Pat, I am a connoisseur of, yeah, Miss Pat, you're 72. Yeah, I'm not that old. I am a connoisseur of television. I am a connoisseur of television. I like media. I like broadcast. You know, I don't like calling a live stream. I like calling it a broadcast. And I appreciate quality broadcasting, but also I like to pay honor and homage to the people who have laid the groundwork before me. And one of those people is Jimmy Durante. And the reason why I like to end the show with Goodnight, Mrs. Calabash, is because Jimmy Durante used to have one of the first live coast-to-coast television shows here in the United States. And I watched some of those episodes. It's a few episodes that are available. And it was incredible. You know, considering the technology and everything, it was incredible. So I have to pay honor and homage to that. Sheila Cox, what a beautiful view indeed. Emma Hoffman, welcome on in. Good to see everybody, people. As we make our way up the promenade here. Oh, we got a crazy screenshot coming up for you guys. Oh, we got a very weird screenshot coming up here, people. We got a very weird screenshot here. How random is this? Okay, this is like stupid random. Let's really frame this up here so you guys can get a screenshot. There we go. Right here. You're more than welcome, Colleen. All right, take your screenshots. Random bowling pin and soccer ball on the old pier here. Random bowling pin and soccer ball. Yeah, National Slice Day. Didn't have a slice today, but I had some pasta. Which I'm gonna finish when I get home. Oh my God, yeah, Jimmy Durante, Red Skelton. Of course I'm a Dean Martin fan. Of course I'm a Dean Martin fan. Jose Torres, pa Puerto Rico, bienvenidos, Jose Torres. There you guys go, random bowling pin and soccer ball shot. Right there. Random bowling pin and soccer ball. Beautiful sunset indeed, Daisy Days. Beautiful sunset indeed. Let's continue on. I think we're gonna just make it to the pier by the time the sun sets. Great music fan made some homemade flatbread pizza. Nice. Always love this bench. Beautiful rainbow bench here. In honor of Meg Alano. It's a great bench. Love it. Yes, indeed, Karen. Dean Martin was awesome. Really? Dean Martin's daughter has a YouTube channel? For real? I gotta look into that. That's pretty cool. Good to see you, William.
Appreciate you, Uso Dutch, finally a member. Aloha and mahalo.
Mahalo, Douglas Patiglia, with a $5 super chat. Douglas, thank you so much for the very generous $5 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $5 club. Much, much, much appreciated with a big $5 super chat. Oh, wow, Deanna Martin. I had to look that up. Perry Como, that's another great one. Another great voice. I'm an old soul. I don't belong in this time. But maybe I do belong in this time because I'm the bridge from the old world, the old way of doing things, to the new way of doing things. Wanted, one of your favorites? Nice. Almost hit the 69th Street Pier. Nat King Cole, another great. Jerry Vale. There you go. Nat King Cole filmed his show here in Brooklyn. The Nat King Cole show was filmed in Midwood, Brooklyn. Good to see you there, Freedom in Boots. Welcome. Welcome on back. Good to see you. Almost to the 69th Street Pier. And then we'll enjoy the lights coming up. I don't have any thoughts about that, you. Harry Belafonte, another great. You see Manhattan off in the distance. We got to do a live stream over by the old color studio. For 18 months, the world's largest color television studio was right here in Brooklyn on Avenue M and East 14th Street. Unfortunately, today, the building is a storage facility. But so much television history was filmed there. As you watch that sun go down. Almost there. Jolie grew up on Glenn Miller. Oh, awesome, Emma. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Appreciate it. We're almost there to Down Goes the Sun. We're almost there. Can't get over how warm it is today. It's really warm today. It's like no wind. I'm not used to it. Good to see you, Sal. Come on in. Yeah, so much history like the Brill Building. It is. If you go digging around, there is a live stream where Banksy did an art piece not that far from the NBC Color Studio. So I showed the Banksy piece that was literally up for 2 days before it got destroyed. And then we went to go see the old color television studio. And all right, what a difference a day makes. Freedom in boots. We always see people fishing out here. Absolutely. Exactly. That's a conundrum, trying to figure out how to dress for this. Yeah, Karen is beautiful out. Watched a little bit of Gabe myself earlier today. I saw Gabe, he was in Times Square, and he was complaining about how people walk like 5 abreast, very slowly. And I was like, yeah, I feel you, Gabe. Everyone check out Walking Commuter. We're probably going to see maybe a fisherman or two out on the pier when we get there. Hey, you remember that part? Yeah, I watched for a little bit. Yeah, freaking tourists. It's all good, though. It's all good. Nice seeing all the snow melt. Looking at the I was looking at some of the long-term forecasts, and I think we're done with the snow. Something tells me I think we're done with the snow, and the trend is to be a lot warmer for the next few weeks, at least the next 2.5 weeks heading into March. So at least for the next 2 weeks, I don't foresee any snow. It is going to be unsettled in the sense of there's going to be quite a bit of rain, especially next week. There's going to be a bit of rain coming in, especially Monday night into Tuesday morning. There you go. Oh, did you walk into a bollard? You know what, Karen? Karen, true story. I walked into a bollard a couple of times doing the live stream. So even me as a native, I've done that myself. Of course we did Long Island in it. We've been to Huntington, we've been to Babylon, and we did a very short live stream once in Oyster Bay. In Oyster Bay, we saw what's his name? The Piano Man, Billy Joel's a motorcycle shop. So your NYC friends busted laughing. I can see that. It happens, Karen, it happens. I know, Sheila. Appreciate it, Sheila. But Sheila, I have to say, the snowstorms have been very beneficial to the channel. We have a lot of new friends joining us, and it's very, very nice. Wow, great music fan. You were born in Oyster Bay? Nice. It's a beautiful town. It was quite beautiful out there. But we've live streamed a couple of times out in Long Island, and we will hopefully live stream in Long Island again very soon. Yeah, spot the Canadian there. Oh, the Canadian's always so nice there. Always apologizing there, you know. We'll mull it over a Molson there. Epsom salt spa day. I don't know about this Epsom salt day, but I'm definitely going to take a shower when I get home. Definitely going to take a shower. I'm getting a little sweaty. Beth Page, Oyster Bay Township. Nice. And them Canadians always so pleasant there. I miss my Canadian guests. Yeah, I know. Billy Joel sold his Long Island home. I heard about that. Yeah, little moose head there, Little moose head there. Yeah, soaking the feet isn't far. You know, here in Bay Ridge, I have access to a bathtub, so I don't think I'm going to soak in the bathtub, but I'm definitely going to let that water build up a little bit so I could soak my feet as I take a shower. Definitely getting a little sweaty. But it's nice. It's a good feeling. It's nice out here. Real nice. Yeah, we're almost there. We're almost to the pier. You see an NYC ferry leaving the 69th Street Pier right now, also known as the Veterans Memorial Pier. Oh, there you go. Great music, man. It is nice, yeah. You know, in the morning, all the snow melting is creating a lot of fog. It was quite foggy here in Bay Ridge this morning. Oh, Jeanette, do you like when I got my beer buzz going? I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, me too, Viewfinder. Yeah, it was like this for a very long time. NYC Ferry is relatively new. What's my favorite beer? Sierra Nevada Torpedoes. Even though last night I was drinking one of my other favorite beers. What's it called again? The Peak IPA. This is very new. We got a whole city bike rack right here. Nice to see city bike has finally made it to Bay Ridge, even though a lot of people are very upset over it. Let's see, where are we gonna go? We're gonna go this way. Go this way here. I want to go around the snow. Yeah, we got city bikes now. Oh, this is gonna be nice. This is gonna be nice, Derry. A little view here, there. Got a little view going here, Derry. I love it when people get so involved with looking at what I'm doing that they drop shit. That girl probably broke her phone because she was so involved in trying to figure out what the hell I was doing. Anyway, last night was enjoyable. It's a lot of fun yesterday. So this pier is shown in the opening to the TV show Blue Bloods. This is where Detective Reagan and Police Commissioner Reagan, so father and sons, they would come out here and go fishing in the show. And then we have this monument right here. This monument is Bay Ridge's September 11th monument. This is a fireman's horn, and the top of the horn lights up. The top of the horn emits a light straight up, kind of like the Tribune light, and it's only turned on the night of September 11th. And nothing better than a couple of cold brewskis. You telling me? Nothing better. But here's the NYC ferry stop. And then look at this view of Manhattan from here. It's always gorgeous. Doesn't get more New York than that. We can see all my favorite skyscrapers. One World Trade Center, Empire State Building, Chrysler Building. Oh, we probably did about 11,000 steps so far. Good to see you, Lewis. This is the 69th Street Pier, also known as the Veterans Memorial Pier. But here you used to get the ferry to go to Staten Island, and now with the newly remade routes on the NYC ferry, you can now do that again. You can take the ferry from here to Staten Island. I mean, you can literally see all of the great skyscrapers in this one view right here. I'm glad you're enjoying this, Brenda. Yeah, I love Chrysler Building. Chrysler Building is all the way to the right-hand side. Let's zoom in on it. How about that? Let's use this super zoom here. There it is. You can see the Chrysler Building, the Citicorp Center, 270 Park Avenue, 432 Park Avenue, the MetLife Building, 1 Vanderbilt, and there's your Empire State Building off to the left-hand side. Absolutely, Julie. Absolutely. It's just a great view from over here. Nice and chill. Let's see, do they have the screen out here, or do I gotta walk onto the pier? I gotta walk onto the pier to see the screen. Okay, let's go Let's see the sunset, everybody. Let's see the sunset. This is it. The timing worked out just right. Timing worked out perfectly today. Oh, and the fish thing is kind of clean. Look at that. This is usually really dirty, but probably because of all the snow, it's clean. So we'll place the phone here, and let's zoom on in here and enjoy the sunset here close up. Look at just talk about timing, huh, guys? Talk about timing. Let's just drink this in, take this in, and enjoy the moment. Trying to line it up perfect. I can't. Good to see you, Leela. Welcome. All right, perfect timing, huh, guys? It's like I know what I'm doing, right? We're gonna get a great shot here of the C Street boat making its way out to Atlantic Highlands, New Jersey. Here it comes, people. It's like I know what I'm doing, right? It's crazy. Awesome view indeed, Jay. Glad you guys are enjoying this. Good to see you, Michelle. If I missed you, welcome to the show. We're about halfway through as the sun transits over the horizon here. I appreciate that, dear Karen. Yeah, maybe possibly a short video coming there. I have a lot of stuff from the blizzards I gotta put up, so I think I'm gonna do that when I get home. I'm gonna just start putting up shorts from the blizzards. Always freedom, always. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's not a walking sim, no. I know what I'm doing. I appreciate that, Douglas. Thank you. Yes, I do back up. I almost back up all my live streams. Once I pull all the short videos off it, then I delete them from my phone. So I gotta get those blizzards off my phone. All right, I'm gonna be quiet here and let you guys enjoy the last few moments of sunset. Down goes the sun, down goes the sun, down goes the sun. The moon's in a neutral position, but down goes the sun. Down for another day, another sunlight day in New York City in the books. Central Time Zone, you guys are up next. Good to see you, Mario, out there in Houston, Texas. Welcome on in. Down goes the sun like clockwork. Let's get another little meditation here looking at the Verizon. Yes, Atlantic Highlands to Pier 11 Wall Street. That's where the Atlantic Highlands C Street boat goes. It's the most subsidized ferry in the nation. It's like $13, $16 a ride, but each ride per person actually costs like $20-something because of the price of diesel. It's all good, Mario. You here now? There it is. There's your sunset, ladies and gentlemen. All right, now we're just gonna, I think we'll take Shore Road going back. Huh, guys? Let's do Shore Road. Let's take Shore Road going back. We'll walk up and down the hills of Shore Road. Diana, I do feel the temperature drop. I do feel the temperature drop. I know, wasn't it amazing there? I wish the Verizon Bridge had a footpath. If the Verizon Bridge had a footpath, I'd probably already had 100,000 subscribers by now. Because I would no doubt have gone up onto that bridge in snowstorms and stuff. So let's do Shore Road here. You know, it's funny, the Verizon Bridge did have pedestrian access designed into it, but lovely Robert Moses took that out of there because he thought that the bridge will become a place for people to off themselves, if you will. I know, this is my 16 Pro. It has a great zoom. There's been a bunch of different plans to try to bring it back. Hopefully we get it soon. GW is a great bridge to ride a bike over and walk across. Yes, indeed. I could feel the temperature drop. I could definitely feel the temperature drop. That's why I'm going to take. Shore Road back. It's kind of hilly, so I'll warm up going up and down the hills. You know, I haven't tried out the mics. That's the thing. I haven't tried out the mics, Viewfinder. I think we'll reintroduce the microphones when we ultimately go to Moblin, which I want to do probably sometime this month or next month. Yeah, they probably do. They probably do. All right, we're on Shore Road now. Now we're going to take Shore Road all the way back down. Moblin app is way better than Prism Live. That's why I got to flip over and start using that. Has a lot more functionality than Prism. I will have a nice sight, Freedom and Boots. Thank you so much for tuning on in. We now got to make it back to 95th Street. That's what we have to do now. Yeah, a lot of bad snow out here, Diana. A lot of bad snow. Yeah, exactly, Viewfinder. Kind of a nice peaceful walk. Yeah, Carrie, good to see you, Carrie. Glad you enjoyed the sunset. Passing Severian High School. And to my right hand side, this is the Narrows Botanical Garden, which is all, the Narrows Botanical Garden has the distinction of being, in a weird way, a kind of a community garden, but a very nice community garden. There's a philanthropist that lives not that far from here, and it's like his baby. And he has the whole community now in on it, maintaining it, adding to it. They have concerts and little events here in the park in the summer. It's really nice. Rebel Jacks, I'm glad you're enjoying. Mother Nature at her finest, right? But it is definitely getting colder. I could feel it. I could feel it. Gotta keep moving. Gotta keep moving. My dad's doing great. Of course I missed the Duchess. Yeah, she wasn't around last night. I was hoping she was gonna come around tonight, but I don't know what's going on, so. Another night alone, which means another night not really sleeping. So I'm running on very little sleep, so just one of those things. I'll catch up to that sleep when I get back to Coney with the Duchess. Is it true that the fence on my right-hand side is over 100 years old? It's pushing 100 years old. This section of Shore Road was, I know it was planned out in like the 1890s, but what we see today was created in the 1910s and 1920s, so it's just over 100 years old. Absolutely great music, fan. Yeah, it will be worth the wait. Absolutely. And actually, this section of Shore Road was actually designed by Calvert Vaux of Olmsted and Vaux fame from Central Park. And if you go digging around the internet, there is the original blueprint for this whole street here. Obviously, the Belt Parkway wasn't part of that original plan. Belt Parkway was built in the 1930s. Come on, welcome, Jolie. But it's another one of the whole concept of the Parkway, where it's parks that line the road. You know, that was the whole idea behind Prospect Park, was that Prospect Park was going to be the central hub, and then you have parkways that lead you to Prospect Park. It was in the middle of Brooklyn. So you had Fort Hamilton Parkway, which actually never came into existence. It's called Fort Hamilton Parkway, but it was never like a double wide street lined with trees. That never happened. But Eastern Parkway and Ocean Parkway came to fruition. Yeah, great music fan. History is pretty cool. History is pretty cool. But all these parks here, they came together in the like all this whole strip here came together like in the 19 teens and 1920s. So it's about 100 years old, just about. Now, mind you, the fence does not have any real historical significance other than when it was installed. But that was the whole that was the whole idea, the park and parkway system. You have green corridors that take you to the central place of relaxation. And this was kind of like a waterfront promenade here, if you will. Bay Ridge Avenue, Parkway, we're passing right now. Also known as 75th Street. Well, you know, great music fan. I've been studying this stuff for the better part of my entire life, so I do love history and all that, and I'm a connoisseur of history. So I love spreading the little bit of knowledge that I know to all of you guys at home. Nice, great music fan. That's awesome. Yes, green spaces and parks are very needed. Absolutely. Some beautiful homes here, some not beautiful homes because they're brand new. I don't understand the people who are tearing down these old beautiful homes and building these kind of cookie cutter houses. You're a history nerd too, Jolie? Am I familiar with Henge? No, I am not. What is Henge? Never heard of that before. Never heard of Henge. Of course people are out and about there enjoying this warm weather. As now it gets cooler by the minute. Yeah, I don't get that either, Deborah. Like, we got some amazing homes here, and lately the trend has been to, well, I know what they're doing. They're like demolishing one home, and because the lot is so big, they're building two homes. And they're subdividing the bigger lots into smaller lots. Yeah, I don't understand, Deborah. I don't understand either. Because there's some great homes along this stretch here, but a lot of them are disappearing. You know, the same thing is happening in Seagate. We have some amazing homes in Seagate, and they're just destroying them to put up these ugly glass boxes. It's a real shame. Oh shit, Henge is on the map. It's a green space opposite at the end of 80th Street. For real? We're coming up to 80th Street. Let me look that up, Karen. Let me break out my map. Let me see if I can see it on my map. Of course, that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing in Staten Island. That's what they're doing. They're doing that everywhere. Let's see here. Karen J. McLean on the map here. Okay, so we just passed Megan's Rainbow Bench. Oh shit, it's right here. Oh, we just passed it. Oh no, it's coming up. It's coming up. It's coming up. Let's go see Henge. It's coming up. I don't know what this is. I have no idea what this is. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. It's in the park here. It says we're right down the block from where Tommy got whacked in Goodfellas. It's right here. What the hell is this? I have no idea what this is, Karen, so we're learning together. We are learning together, ladies and gentlemen. It's just before the footbridge. This is so weird. I have no idea what the hell this is.
Oh, you good, bro?
Yes, movie history is important. Yes, indeed. All right, we're gonna go down here. Okay, we're gonna go into the snow. I might know it by a different name. Yeah, maybe. I know, right? It's reality. We're always learning something new. All right, we're gonna go into the snow here. Tommy got whacked from Goodfellas in that house, that white house straight ahead. That's where Tommy gets whacked. Really, they're restoring the Asbury Park Ferris wheel in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania? That's amazing. That's cool. All right. Let's take our time walking in this slush because, yep, it's a little icy, a little slippery, but we can manage. It's right here. Oh, a little squirrel. What the hell is this? Is Frog Henge, oh no, it's further on. It's like a community garden in here. All right, it's coming up. It is coming up. Oh, here it is. Here's Frog Henge. Found it. Oh, we're gonna have to come here when the community garden's open. Check it out. That's so random. Karen, it is worth it. Look at it. There it is. Wow, I had no idea. It's a little mini Stonehenge. Look at that. I've never seen this before. Karen, thank you so much for letting us know. I love it. I gotta go in here now. I gotta get here when the community garden's open. There's a frog to the right hand side. It's colored green. Wow. Frog Henge, everybody. Here in Bay Ridge. That's so cool. It is on the map, Julie B. It is on the map. It's on Google Map. That's so great. I would have never noticed that. I would have never noticed that. Yeah, everything's all, that's cool. I would have never noticed that. I mean, yeah, so random. Stonehenge for frogs. That is cool. All the cool things we see on this stream. Now, let's get back. Let's get back up onto the sidewalk here. Actually, we could continue on down this way here. Take this path right next to the highway. Exactly. I wonder it's reality. Yeah, that's the kind of diversity you get in New York, right? Ain't that the truth? That's New York for you. That is New York. Without a doubt. Meant to be. Hey, look at these houses. They got rid of a beautiful house up there to build this McMansion here. Isn't that cool? That was so cool. You're more welcome. Karen, thank you. Thank you, Karen, for showing us that. Look at this. Cute little fountain and bench here. Oh, this is like a memorial for somebody. Wow. It's like a memorial. You see some pictures up there. Oh. See, I'm noticing more and more the community is starting to really reclaim all the little nooks and crannies along Shore Road here in Bay Ridge. And we're getting more and more creative uses to these little spaces. It's really nice. Coming up right in front of us, Fort Hamilton High School. The original building of Fort Hamilton High School used to be called the Crescent Club. And to give you an idea of how much landfill fills up the original coastline of Bay Ridge, the old building where you can see those columns in the middle of the building there, in the middle of the school, those columns that used to be part of the Crescent Club, that was the waterfront. There's some amazing pictures of the front of what is today Fort Hamilton High School when it was a Crescent Club. You could see how it used to go, like, it used to be right on the waterfront. Thanks for subscribing. It used to be right there along the waterfront. And then in the 19-teens, they began building out, or really earlier than that, like I think the 1890s, 1880s, they began to build out Shore Road. And then Shore Road gets a big makeover in the 1920s. And then the first iteration of the Belt Parkway is built to our right-hand side in the 1930s. And then it gets widened in the 1960s when they build the Verizon Bridge. But where we're walking right now, this would have been the waterfront. Or the beach, really. Get around this big puddle here. I could tell you one thing, it is getting colder out here by the minute. But luckily I'm only so far from home, so I could hang out for another half hour or so. Bill Vick, good to see you, Bill Vick. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Fort Hamilton High School right there. Kind of looks like the clock tower building from Back to the Future, right? That was my high school for 1 year. I wanted to go to, well, I got admitted to LaGuardia because I wanted to be a cartoonist when I was a kid. But what do you call them there? Your school counselor or whatever. He kind of convinced me to go to Fort Hamilton for a couple of reasons. One, they needed a certain quota of students to go there. I found that out years later. But he told me that they had a, advanced drawing, cartooning class. So I go there. I start going to school there. And then the teachers are like, well, you're too young to go here because this class is really for like juniors and seniors. So then they take me out of the class. I get very upset because I was admitted to LaGuardia. So then my second year of high school, I go to LaGuardia. And then LaGuardia, I get involved with not the very best people. And I had a weird side hustle. You know what my side hustle was? I used to draw very detailed pictures of subway trains. And I knew a lot of people who did graffiti, like kind of tags and stuff like that. So they would buy my drawings so then they could tag over them. And I'm pretty sure there's one or two of them framed somewhere.
Thank you for a lovely walk.
Thank you for the lovely 10-pound super chat. It's reality with a 10-pound super chat. It's reality. Thanks so much. A very generous 10-pound super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's 10-pound club. Much, much, much appreciated. With a big 10-pound super chat. Love it when I say Bay Ridge. Bay Ridge is my home. But thank you so much. It's reality. Yes, LaGuardia High School, School of Performing Arts. It wasn't just performing arts. It was like, people who do like what I did. I did illustrations. Yeah, I could draw. Emma, I haven't really drawn a lot in probably the last 5-6 years. I should get back into it, but I know that it's weird, Emma. I have like a weird like OCD when it comes to drawing, and I kind of make my hand cramp because I get kind of crazy about it. But I mean, if I really wanted to, I could. Wales driving that Northern Line. Wales, we're coming up to your apartment, man. Good to see you, Bernie. Good to see you there, Gil. Welcome on into the show, Gil. Yeah, your apartment's coming up. Our apartments are coming up. Our dream apartments. Right here. And these are some great apartments in here. These are some great buildings here. These were built in the 1930s. I mean, this is like peak apartment living right here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful buildings. Yeah, Art Deco heaven. That's an understatement. Yeah, exactly. My hand cramps. I kind of get crazy and I will just like destroy my hand, especially if I get really into the drawing. I just destroy my hand. So I should get back into it and learn to relax myself, but I get crazy when I draw. Good to see you, Russ. Welcome on in, Russ. But yeah, I used to draw like these trains. I would draw profiles of subway trains. And I mean, I would get very detailed with it. And I knew how to draw like R42s and all that stuff. R68s. All the different types of trains I had down packed. And I would draw them. You ready for this, guys? Because because I knew people were going to tag over it, I would draw them in pencil. I mean, not pencil, in pen. Usually a blue pen. I will draw it on. Nice, just got in from the pub. Hells yeah. Hope you had a great beer there, Wilbs. Wilbs always drinking the nice beers. I mean, probably, Karen. Probably. You love the ATS videos? I appreciate that. You know, it's going to be a rainy week next week, so I think we might get back into the truck sim. I mean, to a certain extent, I wouldn't say an intense artist, but I've always loved art. My mom always instilled in me the meaning and necessity of culture and arts in my life. So, yeah, $3,000 a month for a 1-bedroom. Here's my dream building right here, this 1950s, early 60s modern building here. There's apartments on the top floor there, my dream apartment. I know, gotta do some dynamic loading. You know, Wilbs, I think I destroyed my game save, even though I think I gotta just re-up the Pro Mods app, the Pro Mods mod, because my game save isn't loading. How's my old English lettering? Not very good. Nice, Russ, nice. I know, but me and you both, Wilbs. Me and you both. I want to live down here too. I'll be very happy to live here. And hopefully I will. I know, Wilbs, hopefully I could fix it. I have all those map mods. So I'm running like Coast to Coast, USA, what was it, Coast to Coast Extended, and then all those Canadian province mods. The ENNT, whatever the hell it is. Yeah, only 3K this day. Yeah. Hey. I haven't verified my files. I gotta do that. I gotta do a bunch of stuff. I just haven't had the time to do it. Nice. Oh, that's awesome. Great music, man. But yeah, getting back to my train drawings, I mean, I used to draw them in pen because I knew they were gonna like graffiti on them. And I'm telling you, some of these kids in high school, the way they did their art pieces on there, you know, their pieces, their names on there, it was amazing. It looks so cool. I will, Wilbs, I think I might. Wilbs, I think I might. I know, I gotta get the mods in correct order, and that I know, but I know they updated the game and I haven't been able to load my game save since. But luckily, all the map mods I used, they've all of them been updated, so I just gotta put them back in now. Buon noite, buon noite. Buon noite. Yeah, I gotta verify those files again. Yeah, exactly. Map mods are slowly being updated. I know. Well, all the ones I use I think are all updated. You could draw some stick figures, Kerry. Nice. I mean, Russ, I can't wait for the what is it called again? It's called the when they start adding all those cars to American Truck Simulator, so then you could just cruise. I cannot wait to drive like a Mustang around the map. I mean, I can't wait. Road trip. I cannot wait for the road trip mod. I cannot wait for the bus mods, the official mods to come out. It's very exciting. Because ever since I got American Truck Simulator, my favorite thing to do is to just drive. Gaudette, good to see you. I will be safe out here. I will be safe. Love Twilight, me too. Good night, Wilbs. Good night. Thank you so much for hanging on out. I mean, seriously, Russ, a lot of great things ahead for European Truck Simulator and American Truck Simulator. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to it, Russ. Looking forward to it. See, I'm happy I took Shore Road because the hills are making me work out just a little bit extra, so it's keeping me warm. I could feel the temperature dropping. I know. No, Russ, I've been playing American Truck Simulator as well for the last 10 years, which is crazy. It's been 10 years. I know truck driving is not fun in real life. No. But in a video game, it's very relaxing. Just like this walk is relaxing. That's right. Have a great night, great music fan. But I remember when the game first came out, I was like, oh my God, there's a perfect game to play on a live stream. I think I got American Truck Simulator, was maybe about 5 months old when I got it. Good to see you, Marty. Wow, there's people still going into the park with sleds. It's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. All right, we'll go another street. Yeah, it was like 7 years ago, Gaudette. Sounds about right. Yeah, me too, Russ. I cannot wait for the day when the whole map of the United States is finished. Good to see you, Oleg. Yeah, did the temperature drop? Nice. Yeah, I could feel it, Marty. I could definitely feel it. Okay, we gotta figure out how to cross this street here. I think we're gonna go down to the light. We'll go down to the light. Crosswalk is up ahead. There's a light. We'll cross there. Everything's still melting. Probably Gaudette. Yeah, probably. There's muggers. It's a very dangerous neighborhood, Gaudette. You know, if you guys don't know, Bay Ridge is known worldwide for being a very dangerous neighborhood. So you always got to worry about people jumping out of bushes and stuff like that. You know, it's always good to live your life in fear. You get a lot done that way. Yeah, we are high up. We're pretty high up now. We climbed a little bit in elevation here. So we could cross here. Let's cross here. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, Gil. It looks great with the bridge, I know. Clear, clear. We go. All right, we bid Shore Road a fond adieu. That's right, Robert. Crossed at the green, not in between, but we recrossed in between and survived. Yes. No, I'm joking, Brenda. I'm joking. It's always funny when people tell me to be careful in Bay Ridge. And it's like, do you know how safe this neighborhood is? Listen, you could tell me to be careful in Coney Island on the West End. Okay. There you got to be careful. Yeah, I'm looking forward to British Columbia. for American Truck Simulators. Very excited about that. I'm excited about Illinois. I'm excited about the Dakotas. I'm excited about all of it. And it is getting colder. I gotta go to the bathroom. Oh, there you go, Gaudette. It's very interesting. Russ, eventually, they will make the New York. I have a feeling when American Truck Simulator finally gets to the Northeast, they're gonna like clump a bunch of states together. It's gonna be like regional. So, you know, that's the big discussion at SCS Software, is how are they going to translate, you know, places like New York City in American Truck Simulator? Because it's like for every, what is it again? For every 20 miles in real life, it's like 1 mile in the game. So they got to figure out how to rescale everything. It's going to be very interesting as they work their way east, of the Mississippi, how they scale. I know, it's a job, I know. Looking forward to it, though. Marine Avenue. But it's fun seeing American Truck Simulator evolve over these last bunch of years. Is this a tree in front of us? What's going on here? This is a tree that fell. Oh shit. We can't even walk down the sidewalk. A tree fell. Wow. We gotta go out into the street. Wow. Wild. And then look at this house. Oh, my first time seeing this. Look at this. Wow. It's a house with awesome lights and some kind of lantern here on the front. Oh, this is so nice. Wow, if I had a house on the corner like this, I would do something like this myself. Look at how nice this is. Wow. It's not a holiday or anything like that. You just have lights out here. Oh, that's cool. Let's go across the street. Probably looks really cool from across the street. Let's just make sure we don't get hit by a car here as it makes the slight right-hand turn here. What we got here? 2 in the box? 2 in the box. Let's turn around here. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, I like that. Yeah, probably Jolie. You never know. Maybe for the country's 250th. Very exciting. Yeah. Oh, I love Bay Ridge. Such a great neighborhood. This is what I miss about Bay Ridge, these nighttime walks here. You can't do this in Coney because, especially where we live in Coney, it's like, besides not being able to live stream inside Seagate, the neighborhood just outside of Seagate's not exactly the best. I tell you, you could hear the melting snow everywhere you go. Everything's dripping. You can hear the dripping everywhere. And if we get rain, next week, a lot of this is going to disappear. It's going to all disappear quick. And then that will be it. I'm glad you enjoyed there, Rob. It's a classic stream today. We haven't done one of these in a pretty long time, so it was fun doing this today. Yeah, it was warm today, Russ, but I'm feeling that temperature drop already. I'm feeling that temperature drop. Coming up to 3rd Avenue. This is where we're going to watch the all of the parades coming up in the next few months. Wicked Monk right across the street. A great little eatery. People hanging out, Wicked Monk. Great little restaurant. Yeah, it is great to see the snow melt. I have a feeling if it rains a lot this week coming up, all the snow is going to be gone by the end of the week. So I guess technically we did have the snow until the end of the month.
No,
I did make the prediction on the 1st of February that the snow will be around until the end of the month. And I guess technically it is. This fresh batch of snow literally came in right as that first batch, literally the day the first batch disappeared. So I guess I was correct, but 2 different batches of snow. I appreciate that, Perfectly Candid. That's true. That should just keep the bugs away. Mahalo to you too as well. To all of the super chatters, it's Reality with a big 10-pound super chat. Douglas Fatiglia with a big $5 super chat, as well as becoming a member there, Douglas. Appreciate that. Ned Bull's been a channel member for the last 34 months. Much appreciated. Great music fan with a big $5 super chat. Much appreciated. Kim Jensen, you keep on doing this, Kim. I really do appreciate you. Kim Jensen, in honor of Jax, with a big $100 super chat. As well as Deborah, in honor of Jax, with a big $10 super chat. Mrs. Metalhead Warrior, you really did not have to do that, but in honor of Jax as well, with a big $20 super chat. And Deb, out there in London, with a big 10-pound super chat. And thank you guys for all you do. Dinner tonight is finishing my lunch. I got some chicken cutlet parmesan with some spaghetti, so when I get home, I'm going to finish that off. Enjoy some bread and sauce. And I also have a couple of beers left over from last night. So I'm probably going to have a couple of beers. It's going to be another lonely night for me without the Duchess. So that means no sleeping. I'm going to sleep very little tonight. To say the least. Maybe you'll see me later. You never know. You might have a couple of beers tonight. So stay tuned. I don't want to say I'm going to do it, then I don't do it. But you never know. You never know. I hope everyone enjoys their evening. Or if you're waking up with us out there in Australia, New Zealand, I hope you guys make it a beautiful day. If I don't see you tonight, I will see everyone tomorrow for our polar bear swim. And of course, the regular 10 o'clock show will be most likely back Monday night at 10 o'clock. You guys are freaking awesome. All the super chatters, all the PayPal. We had an anonymous PayPal as well from, was Robert with the PayPal? Let me make sure here. I think we have Robert with a PayPal. Yes, indeed. Yes, Robert Hedler with a big $5 PayPal. Much appreciated. All the super chatters. Thank y'all so much. We're thinking of the metalheads. We're thinking of Jax. All of our great fur babies that have taken care of us for all these years. And of course, as well, all of our loved ones we've had in our years. So we're thinking about you, Kaz Cat. We're thinking about you and your daughter as well. And everyone who hit that like button, all 266 of you. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. But now I gotta run up to the bathroom. So from Bay Ridge, this is Dutch Moss signing off. Have yourself a beautiful and fantastic Bay Ridge day, whether you can afford to live here or not. Hug your loved ones, share those wonderful and beautiful moments. And good night, Mrs. Calabash. Wherever you are. I will see you guys on the next one. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.